Jadi for me, untuk give up alcohol, meat, drugs, it's very easy. Why? Because Kenapa?
Effortless.
Ya. Soalnya aku udah merasa tubuh yang bersih itu seperti apa, dan kayak I know this is crazy, but like
dan biasanya maksudnya gini, mungkin karena aku udah mulai aware sama spiritual. Biasanya kalau udah mulai aware sama spiritual, ada something yang lepas. Aku penasaran saat kamu awake lah atau udah mulai conscious secara spiritual, apa sih yang lepas dalam aspek kehidupannya dirimu?
Ya, great question. Jadi ada juga, saya pernah dengar, sorry if I'm too formal, I'll try to make it formal. Aku pernah dengar suatu prakata kayak, actually like, how do I put this? Like your heart actually is the roadmap. Maksudnya you can only do what your heart wants. When you are awakened, you realize that your heart is so much more important than your mind. Gitu. And then there's the prakata yang pernah dengar, dan suatu kata itu adalah, aduh, what's wrong with my mind right now? Wait, let me remember it. You cannot unknow what you know. Pernah dengar nggak? You cannot unknow what you know. So actually, the beautiful thing about the awakening process, it's a linear, it's a straight line up. Actually, like maksudnya you cannot go back.
Okay.
So when the world, you see everyone right now is awakening, like through the protest, mass protest, and everything, and the humanity is awakening, but you cannot go back. Jadi when you're already enlightened, kayak you cannot do something else but what you are, you know. Jadi and a lot of people are too logic minded. Dimana mereka kayak ingin keamanan. Tapi mereka ingin keamanan karena sebenarnya mereka tidak punya suatu, you know, kepercayaan ke diri mereka sendiri dan juga ke alam semesta, kalau mereka tuh sebenarnya selalu disupport, selalu dibimbing, selalu digandeng oleh alam semesta. You know. Jadi akhirnya mereka terlalu depend on diri sendiri. Tapi kita, we're very, very limited when we think as a human. Spirituality is a spirit, you know, like an infinite spirit having a human experience. Tapi misalnya kita nggak ada spirituality, we become just a human. And a human is limited. If we look at our life and we look at the world, there's always 1 + 1 = 2. There's always a finite kayak formula yang jelas untuk segalanya. Tapi sebenarnya, when we know about more than that, like quantum physics, we learn about the laws of the universe. Sebenarnya everything is not linear, it's exponential. And there is also kayak a research from the HeartMath Institute that your heart is 100,000 times stronger than your brain. Actually, it's such a huge magnetic force that we forget that we ourselves are magnets. And we create our own experience, right? So actually, a lot of people are limited, like what we spoke before. Mereka merasa they are only finite when we are actually not. And it's so hard to understand, it's so hard to explain.
The finite is body and mind, but the spirit is infinite.
Yeah. Spirituality is a spirit having a human experience. And this is cuma salah satu dari ribuan kehidupan yang kita pernah jalani. This logical mind, if you only think of it as logical mind, is only what you have experienced in the past. Yeah, I think this has been spoken about a lot before. Our intellect is only a collection of experiences from the past, from what we've seen. But the future, actually, the potential is limitless. But we try to understand it. We try to actually focus the potential to something we can understand. What are you doing sebenarnya? Kita mengurangi potensi diri sendiri, dan akhirnya we are trapped forever. And that's the thing, like I was saying, like big corporations, the capitalism society. Again, I have nothing against capitalism. I'm just saying the way the world is right now. We need a lot of people to be sheep. We need a lot of people to be blind, unconscious, biar yang punya power tetap bisa grow their power, right? So just have to be more awake. But don't worry, the awakening process is it's always going up. So you cannot unknow what you know. So I hope that makes sense.
Tapi make sense. Nah, aku mau arahin lagi ke biasanya orang yang udah mulai spiritual journey, dia akan ada momen-momen yang dia akan melepaskan yang biasanya dia pertahankan, yang attach sama dia. Nah, kalau dirimu apa yang lepas-lepas akhirnya selama ini?
Oh, apa ya? Sebenarnya kayak things like addiction. So addiction.
Oh iya.
So I used to do everything. I was addicted to smoking. I was addicted to alcohol. I did drugs and everything. I was addicted to food. I was emotionally attached to these things that can give me the feeling. You know what I mean? I think Sadhguru. I don't know why do we keep talking about Sadhguru, but I just love him. Talk about how different things can, incite the emotional and chemical response that we want sebenarnya. Tapi semuanya actually is inside of us.
Yeah. Cannabinoid, DMT.
Yeah, kan? So everything is inside of you. And I noticed that. Jadi pertama kali, aku tuh dulu, because I was so tunnel vision, so focused in my work, and wanting to be whatever it is, Forbes, rich list lah, atau whatever. Sukses pokoknya, harus sukses. I work like crazy. Dan sebenarnya outputnya sih nggak begitu banyak, tapi pokoknya burden yang kita bawa tuh besar. Jadi kita merasa jauh lebih capek, jauh lebih stres. Dan akhirnya aku pikir gak apa-apa, aku mau se-stres mungkin, nanti when it comes dalam sebulan 2 bulan sekali, aku rave party, I get super fucking high, right? And then setelah itu, I can release everything. So it's like I work for that moment to release. And for me, that was what I understood it was. And then the first time I felt oneness, actually, I was under the influence of ecstasy. And that's real oneness sebenarnya loh. I know it's like this crazy dopamine big feeling. I felt once when I was high. And then I never felt it before. Just cari lagi, nambah season lain-lain. Karena kita selalu mencari this oneness that is actually already in us. Tapi kita tidak tahu bagaimana cara mengaksesnya. Dengan spirituality, kita actually bisa mengaksesnya dengan gampangnya. And that's what I felt. Waktu mulai bermeditasi, ada satu meditasi di mana kita diajak untuk bergabung oleh Tuhan. Combine with God and all there is. And the feeling, what I realized was exactly the same as the oneness I had felt under ecstasy. And even more, I was like, what the, like all this time it's inside of me. The potential is inside of me. The oneness is real. That feeling is real. And dengan spirituality, we know how to access it from inside of us. Because we are the most intricate being there is. And the chemical, I don't know what's happening in our brain is already psychedelic, actually. So I totally believe it. So that was the kind of thing that for me easy to give up, because I want my body, I want everything to work hyper well so that I can experience more of this high in my everyday life. Jadi for me, untuk give up alcohol, meat, drugs, it's very easy. Why? Because Kenapa?
Effortless.
Ya. Soalnya aku udah merasa tubuh yang bersih itu seperti apa, dan kayak I know this is crazy, but like the clarity of mind itu seperti apa, ilham, wisdom yang aku dapatkan tuh seperti apa, I will never go back.
Hmm.
When you feel truly what it's like, you'll never go back. And then of course kayak intuisi kita tambah lebih baik lagi, dan kita juga lebih menemukan hidden talents that we have. Sebenarnya everyone is intuitive. Semua orang tuh punya sixth sense, tapi semuanya kan redup gara-gara we don't take care of our body. Yeah. Our senses jadi redup, ya kan? I mean, if you took that, you know that there's foods and some chemicals that actually dumbs our senses. Gitulah. So
ya, too much stimulan.
Yeah.
Karena jadi
yeah. Yes.
Iya, aku juga ngerasain anehnya saat kita jadi lebih sama badan, conscious sama apa yang kita masukin ke dalam badan. Akhirnya jadi kayak lebih berhati-hati, kayak masa gue masukin nasi sebanyak itu badan gue, nggak ada gitu. Jadi padahal dulu juga susah sekali untuk ngurangin nasi, misalnya kayak gitu kan. Susah sekali untuk ngurangin nasi, tapi di saat kita udah conscious, malah sebenarnya gampang banget untuk mulai.
You know why? So, kita tuh makan emosi. We eat emotions usually. Jadi kalau kita sedang makan nasi itu kadang-kadang kalau kita makan nasi banyak ya, kita merasa kita tuh terlalu sibuk atau terlalu capek atau terlalu butuh fuel. So everything that we do sebenarnya there's an emotional cost. Jadi ada emosi di belakang semuanya yang kita lakukan. So when that happens, itu sebenarnya karena kita kekurangan makanan spiritual atau makanan emosional kan sebenarnya. Jadi di mana spiritual kita tuh udah balance, our cravings juga balance, dan makanan kita pun tanpa kita harus memaksa diri sendiri, itu makin lama makin healthy. It's just a natural way of healing when we feel our emotional food and spiritual food.
Iya, jadi nganggep ini ada apa? Our perangkat hidup lah gitu. Masa ini dirusak sih gitu. Ini jadi ngomongin makanan.